So since the last video about my leotard skirts, I did actually, this is the same day, did actually go put on, this is that cap sleeve one that I said they were in Find Me in Paris that I really like. It's from an Australian brand. I can't think of what it is right now. But anyway, this is that Repetto skirt that I said looks interesting on me. It's not as bad as I used to think. I don't know how much you can see. You can probably see me better in the mirror here. But it hangs really low, so even in pointe shoes, I feel like you can't see much of me. But anyway, for sitting here filming this video, I thought, oh, this looks really nice, I'll use this. So what we're gonna do, I'm not an expert in this. We're gonna try and go through some pointe shoes for low arches. I am not an expert in this. I am not a pointe shoe fitter. This is my experience. The best thing that you can do is go be fit by a pointe shoe fitter, which I know is not easy for people who don't have anywhere near them to go and things. If you have been put on pointe before, then it's a little bit easier to kind of know what you're comfortable with and what things you like. I can't tell if I'm in focus. Okay, I am. The problem is if you have not gone to be fitted ever or anything, you really should not be doing this on your own. It really should be like you go in and someone helps you find what's right for you. Because while there are shoes that can be good for lower arches like I have gone through so many shoes that either used to work for my feet when they were not as strong and now they really don't, or the opposite, shoes that didn't used to work on me now work. And it's a very strange cycle because there's a lot that I would think like, I purposely used to always find low vamp shoes or V-cut vamp shoes. Now that's not something I need, and I still have the same low arch feet. My feet are not great. This is what I have. That's all I got. I am not my husband who has these super crazy arched feet, and it's not fair. But part of it is just dancing and getting strength and getting comfortable in what works well for your feet. So what has worked for mine, and this is actually hard because I even went through this bin back here and I was like, oh gosh, I forgot I even wore those shoes. And I haven't tried them on in years, so I don't know what they would work on, if they would look good on me now or anything. So I'm gonna pull a bunch over here. Okay, we're just gonna pull a bunch around here. This is like my bag, my bin of shoes I do wear. Now you guys know I mostly now wear Freeds and then Suffolk Sonnets, but these are some other shoes I've worn in the past, which are probably a little easier to find. I started out in Grishkos. They were awful. I've never found a Grishko. The Maya is the only one that semi has worked for me in the past years when I've tried, but other than that, and now, they're too hard for me. This is the Block European Balance. Now, Block in general is, they're a little lower vamped most of the time. These are really good, like bendable. The problem for me is when I wear blocks, my feet look like they're knuckling. Like I'm not gonna fully put on my pointe shoes because I'm literally just on carpet under here. So you can see kind of what it looks like right now. They're very boxy on my feet. I haven't worn these in a long time, so I'm not even sure. Oh gosh, I don't have anything underneath here. They break weird on my feet. They break like down in a weird way that they just are not flattering for me. But I was able to dance in them for a long time and dance okay in them. I wore these for a long time, different pairs of them. And I just still have an unsewn pair because I think I got these right as I was switching into I think it was as I was switching into Ava's. So I'll put those back up there. Now I also for a long time wore Russian points, different ones. I mostly wore Rubens and then the Encores. I ended up liking the Encores more. I think these are Rubens. The problem is they never, once you take the sticker out, these are from March of 2019, it looks like from my notes, but once you take the sticker out, you can't really see anymore. So I did a lot to them too to make them work for me. Like I darned them, I scored them, these must be Encores then. Sorry, the reason the Encores were better for me is one that you can order a lower vamp, which I did a lot, but also the Rubens are sewn on the back. So when I needed to 3/4, yep, here's an Encore, yep, that's what it is on the inside. I got my little sticker in there so I could still find it. So when I needed to 3/4, it was like same with like Grishko or Nicolay or whatever. They're sewn on the outside. It's really hard to do that to the shoes that are like that. So I ended up wearing Encores. So these are my Encores. Actually, I'm kind of interested how they fit me now. I can't really wear them right now. I guess I do have toe pads right here, but like I can't stand on this floor. So I can't do much in here because it's literally on carpet. Oops. But I am actually really curious. I haven't even put these on in years. Actually, last time I probably wore them with the skirt was, they just like, they're not bad. I'm sorry, you can't see that very well. They're not bad. They just, and these are a really broken in pair too. I don't feel like they look as good with my feet as some of my current shoes, and I feel like I'm bending really low and kind of knuckling in them. Now these are an older pair too, so that could also be part of it. These are not a new pair. So put these back up here. Okay. Also from that box, I loved these, but these gave me broken big toenails all the time. These are my Capezio Avas. I really actually did. Like, they are, which is weird. That does not look like a low vamp, but for some reason they just broke in a way that they fit my feet really well. This says left, so we're gonna put it on. Okay. These always looked really nice on my feet, and they were really easy to dance in because they were boxy, but they just, I don't know how well you guys can see that because I know I have to have the square format on. Ooh, hurts to stand in them even with my toe pad on. That's how bad they hurt my toes. So that was more the issue with those, is no matter what size I changed to and things, no matter what toe padding I wore, they really, something about them just messed with my toenails really bad. But I wore quite a few pairs out. Now these I went back and forth from. I'm wearing them again now, but in a different way. These are the originals. So these are the Block Heritage. I now wear the Block Heritage Strong, which is what I have in the process of being sewn right here, in addition to my Freeds and Suffolks, because sometimes they're a little easier to find. I don't think I ever marked these. So these are just the originals, but I'll put them on. I just found that I broke them really fast. They died really, really fast, but they're the only block that's built like this. The Amelia, I think, is the other one that's built kind of similar, but this has like, it's a nice streamlined look. Sorry. You know, you got the V-cut vamp, you've got the really tapered shoe, but then almost too tapered, which is why I now darn mine, but it does look really good on. I feel like you guys are going to want to see the Block European Balance, since I didn't actually put that one on my foot at all. So since it is still right here, I'll show you just really quick what this looks like. Oh, this is a tight pair. Oh yeah, I was switching sizes too. So it just breaks really, really low. Like you can see, it looks like I'm knuckling because it's like literally too low for me. So that is why I don't wear those anymore. Now the other ones I do wear, like I said, are Suffolk Sonnets and Freeds. For whatever reason, those fit me the best. Freeds, I just have a way that I know that I put them on and they work for me. I'll put my Sonnets on here and show you guys what they look like. Also, what I'm going to do is, I'll show you two things. Where's the other pair? These are two different size Sonnets, and I'll show you just how the sizing makes a huge difference. So these, I actually have an extra little foot piece in here that my friend gave me because the left and the right fit me different. This is a 5X, because the 4.5X was like too, I don't know, it was fitting me weird, so I tried the 5s. This is a 5X. I don't even have them sewn because they really didn't work well for me. Like, they look okay here, but like standing on them, like it felt like I couldn't get over, like something was different in, I think it's just the vamp is just that much slightly higher in the 5s that I couldn't get over. So then when I would wear mine, which is the 4.5 double XN, they feel perfect on me, and like they feel really good. They just look really good, I think. So I've really fallen in love with these shoes. Just that size is hard to find, so they're not ones I can easily find on eBay because of the size. My Freeds, I'm trying to find like an example of like the standard ones I get. This is probably the closest maybe. These I haven't even worn much, but now I can pretty much wear any of my Freeds and be okay. Did I not mark these what they are? Usually I do. Oh, this is right. Okay. So I just have a way, I know that I cannot wear Classic Pros. I can wear Classic Pro 90 because I have to, with my lower arches and less ankle like flexibility, I have to be able to get over the box easier. And what did I do? The Classic Pros have a pitched platform, so they're purposely not even and flat, and I can't deal with that. Like, that did not work well for me. Now I don't need I used to lower the vamps on mine, and now I don't even need to do that, and they fit me really well. This one's like coming off the back here, but like, I don't know, these just, they look really nice. I can make them soft where I need them and hard where I want them, which is what I also love about them. But as far as like standard shoes that are easier to find, I think the best ones that still work for me are the Heritage. Now, I've gone to, these are my almost dead pair. I've gone to the Heritage Strong because I was breaking the other ones too quickly. So I'll throw those on for you here. Sorry, this is the only way I can easily do this right now with my not real floor here. So, okay. So these are the Strongs. So they look very nice on me too. They fit my feet well. And as you can see, this is another thing that's made a difference is using this stretchy elastic. If I use too firm of elastic, it actually affects me getting over the shoe. So I can't. So I've learned that I have to have nice stretchy mesh elastic in order to get over the box. I feel like that's all the info I could probably give you on good shoes. I do know a lot of it comes from getting fitted yourself because what works for me may not work for you because we all have such different feet. I have two different feet. My left foot is actually really good. My right foot is awful. So even that's hard for me. And my right foot is slightly bigger than my left foot. I have no ankle I have no instep. I have no ankle flexibility. Like it goes kind of like almost like that instead of over because I don't. So it's not even so much the arches as I just don't have the ankle mobility and I never will. So like that's really interesting. My demi point is not much because I cannot bend my ankle any more than that. Like my ankle, and that's my good foot too. Like my ankle just does not go more than that. So when I'm up, that's literally all I have and I'm pushing as hard as I can. So when teachers would get mad at me for not pushing far enough over my box and stuff, I'm like, literally, that is the maximum range of motion that I have in my feet. And even the physical therapist told me that's as much as I'm ever gonna have. I tried. But I hope that helps you guys. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I know the best thing I can say is go watch videos from the Pointe shop, like the older ones where she used to like go through Pointe shoes and do fittings on dancers and things like that. I'm not as into the recent stuff about the reaction videos. I can't stand when people do those. But the older ones where they go through like fitting Pointe shoes for certain types of feet and stuff, those are really helpful. And it kind of tells you more what to look for, not so much exactly the shoe, because really the best thing you can do is go get fit by a professional. I can tell you all the shoes that have worked for me, and you can find out that not a single one of those works for you just because your feet are still going to be different than mine. It could also depend on like your toe length. I have short toes, or at least shorter toes. I don't have a lot of motion in my toes, like in my like toe knuckles and things too, so that's a big part of it too. There's so many different factors that it really can't just come down to trying a shoe because it worked for someone else. So just go out there, get fitted, and see what works for you. And yeah, if you have any other questions, let me know, but have a great day.